This video is fair use under Section 107 of Copyright Act 1976. Now let the chaos begin.
We are going to get as real, raw, and honest as we possibly can today. All right. There we go. Okay. Are we up on Kick? One's if we're up on Kick. Now, I do have you guys on a different screen, so I apologize, my Kick friends. I'm not on my regular setup. As you all know, I'm doing what many people don't do, and I am spending time with family. So, I apologize. Thank you, Tracy. I know, Hartley. Well, it kind of does to me. We're really going to get into it, and I'm going to try to explain it as logically as I can. But here's the unfortunate part. A lot of people some people don't know how to decompartmentalize YouTube from the real world. When your entire, I often say it about Brittany, but she's not the only one. Brittany's not the only one who lives, eats, and breathes YouTube. She's not the only one who goes live for hours on end despite having young children that clearly need tending to. She's not the only person that's live once, twice, 3 times a day, okay? She's not the only person that's so wrapped up in behind the scenes and Discords and private messages and all of that. And unfortunately, so many people are. And for me, because YouTube has impacted my real life so much, I don't do that. I'm not in Discords. I'm not in a bunch of private chats. I'm not live several times. I'm not even live every day. And some people truly are just live. And this is all they have. They don't have a real social life. They don't have a 9 to 5. They obviously don't have the capabilities to prioritize things that matter in life. I was thinking really hard on how all of this even happened. And looking back is kind of clear. People can sit there and you can demonize me for what I've said in private, but you'll never understand it because some of you may understand it. Some of you may not. I shouldn't say you never will. Nonsense came on and she love bombed me pretty fucking hard, right? And when you're already in a space, in a place where you don't know who you can trust, who you can't, I'm not going to lie. I had to fight with the question of why me? I've done nothing different than other creators. Hell, I'd even argue I did less than some, yet I was this target, right? And for people to say, oh, her messages prove a real Rico. No, they don't. They prove an online community where there's a bunch of different personalities. Right? Like, that's just facts. But right, Ellie, but what does that say also about Nonsense, who has her in there, who's now loving bombing her and doing all of that? So I was angry at that fact, right? I'm like, well, why am I like, why is it me? And then the truth is the truth. It just is what it is. But anyway, so it's not proof of a Rico. It's just proof of the different personalities. Thank you so much, 58 Fabulous. Well, I don't know. I don't know if we were real friends, and I don't know if we were fake friends, because I don't think on social media you can have either. And I think you think I would learn this after like so much, but when you're already in like a vulnerable, questionable place and you have this person come to you that's like, hey, I got this and I got that and I got you and I'm going to help you and we're going to get through this. And I can't tell you how many times she has literally said to me, I don't consider many people a friend, but I really consider you a friend. And you can trust me. And I would never do what people like Angela do. And, Nunya and them did it to me. And I would never do that to anybody else. And I know what it's like and blah, blah, blah. And I fucking ate it up. I didn't look at her past history. I questioned things. Like why the one subscriber of hers that she went to help while battling cancer no longer fucked with her. Why AIM, who she was really close with, no longer fucked with her. I questioned those things, but the stories that she had made sense. And I'm like, yeah, sometimes social media sucks. I don't know about that, Street Talker, I'll tell you. Maybe so, but not creator-wise. And for them to say things like, oh, well, Granny recorded calls, what's the difference? I'm sorry, I hadn't put those recorded calls public. And if you ask me, Nonsense did what she did to try to get ahead of those calls. Because she knows and I know exactly what she said. And this is what it was until it wasn't. Like, it's crazy. And we're going to get all the way into it. And I'm going to share all. And you guys are going to hear all. And you're going to know all of it. But I also don't find it very ironic that one of her biggest things was, first off, it wasn't even Clue. Which is why when everything happened in Nonsense, you can say, like, oh, you knew how these people were. And, but you chose them. First off, grow up. Grow up. You shut the door and wouldn't talk to me because I didn't push your rhetoric on Julie. That's what you did. Her narrative, her head honcho was always Queen. It was never Clue. Hell, at one point, she even told me, oh, you're right. I really like Clue. And, I've been talking to Cletus and he's helped me put a timeline together and blah, 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 blah. So when she came out and she went at Clue, I was quite confused on it because that's not what she was saying and doing in private. And she can try to say now it was all a big troll and all of that. That doesn't make you look good. It makes you look crazy. Like, that is some gross shit. And I hope everybody associated with you right now takes that in because I guarantee it will be you one day. Matter of fact, I know it will because I hate to break it to you, Earth, Headband, but you were a pawn, sweethearts. I have literal proof of her saying she's only reaching out to you all so she can build an army of support to go against the big bad wolf. She don't like you two. She needed an army of people. And you two are so gullible and so excited to finally be recognized that you're eating it up, which is great because you will also come to be this person one day. Thank you, B-Tim. Well, I think that they knew. And a matter of fact, Jay says she knew. Jay says she knew for 2 weeks this was happening. I personally think that the whole look over there, I think Nonsense was pulling a look over there, not over here. I think while Nonsense was trying to convince me that all these people were working with that night and they were, helping all these people and they were really just tricking me, I think without a doubt that she was approached. I find it quite ironic that all of a sudden Nick is around everywhere yesterday. Thank you, Christine. 51 months is crazy. Thank you. Sorry if I missed your milestones. Because what are the odds of that? One thing, I mean, it's crazy. It's literally crazy. Yeah, this, the idea that a redirect is now a RICO and this and that, again, learn to decompartmentalize. Right, because she was approached. And I believe that. I believe 100% she was approached. I believe 100% that and Nick said it. First off, Nick, I don't know if you're an idiot, but you don't, if you identify them, they're no longer does. Okay? So for you to say Clue and Lynn are does, that would make them not does. You idiot. No wonder you suck at your litigations. And for Brittany to think that Nick's lawsuit helps her, bitch, nothing can help you. Nothing has helped you. It doesn't help you one bit. And this is part of the problem is these people are so stupid. Like the whole, why aren't you going after, I heard Jay said, why aren't you going after Dog? He's the one with money. Because the Dog thing is separate from the Brittany thing. So many people talk about things and they don't fully understand or know what's going on. Thank you, True Justice. And I'm sorry, but Nonsense, for Nonsense to say that her coverage of the RICO saved me so much money. Do you see any of our dockets that ever mention anything about YouTube? I don't know if people realize it, but that litigation wasn't that hard to win. They had nothing to back up what they were saying. That litigation is still as crazy as you all recognized it to be. So why change now and act like it was because of this or because of that? It's because they had no truth behind what they were doing. Thank you, Chin. Thank you for the 22 months.